So if we change the state you're in, just by changing our focus or the way we use our bodies, strongly. Now if you say, I'm gonna change my body, like I have people do firewalks sometimes or skydiving, and you go, they're scared and they go, Mr. Robbins said that I should change my physiology, okay? Oh shoot, it didn't work. It's gotta be a radical change, right? Here's my question for all of you. If you focus on what you want, life has probabilities, there's no guarantees, but you increase them when you change your state. And that's really what this is all about. Learning to change your body and learning to change your focus. How do you do that when you don't feel like it, right? Or it feels overwhelming? There are two ways, and I've done this with the greatest athletes in the world. I've done this with 4 different presidents of the United States. I've done it with billionaire clients. All you have to do to change your state is not try to think your way there. Like, I'm happy, and do a bunch of affirmations. Your brain's gonna go BS, you are not happy, right? What you need to do is make a radical change in the way you use what we call your physiology.
Now, I wanna say this again so you get it. So there's 2 circles. There's a circle of concern and there's a circle of influence. The average person living an average life, feeling like they're out of control or they're not in control or they're frustrated or they feel powerless, they're spending 80% of their time in their circle of concern. Things that matter to you, things that are important to you, but you don't have any influence over them or you have very little influence over them. While top 1%, people who are game changers, people who are changing their lives on an ongoing basis, they spend 80% of their time in their circle of influence and 20% of their time in their circle of concern. So there's so many ways, and you have to understand that feeling powerful and feeling like you're in control and navigating your own circumstances is not something that happens by default. If you sit still and wait for the feeling of empowerment to come, it's probably not going to come. It's probably going to pass you by. The feeling of empowerment, the feeling of in control, the feeling of influence over your own life is something that is an active process. This might be new news to you. It might not be. It might be new news to you, like, oh, there's 2 circles. And so you don't change overnight. You don't just go from 80 over in one circle to 80 in another. You go from 80 in your circle of concern, and then you begin to work on things that you can impact more often. And you begin to focus your attention on things that you can shift and things that you do have more control over and things that you can influence. And all of a sudden you look up and you're spending 70% of your time in your circle of concern. And you continue to do the things that you can drive. You continue to own your finances and you own your health and wellness. And you turn up the ante on your relationships. And you begin to spend more time over here in your circle of influence. And now it's down to 60. And then it's down to 50, and then it's down to 40, meaning they focus 80% of their energy on things that you're concerned about, but not things that you can influence. While only 20% of the people, the leaders, the top 1%, they spend 80% of their time in their circle of influence.
I got laid off from Ford Motor Company. I wasn't working, so I didn't have no reason to get up in the morning. Every single morning, at 5:30 on the dot, my phone was ringing. I pick up the phone. Steve, this is John Walker. How you doing, man? It's gonna be a great day. How you feeling? Man, John, I'm sleeping. Hey, man, it's gonna be a great day. And he hang up. The next day at 5:30 in the morning, bring, hello. Steve, this is John Walker. How you doing, man? It's gonna be a great day. How you doing today? John, I'm asleep, man. Hey, man, just want to tell you it's going to be a great day. Click. Next morning. Bring. Hello. Now, I'm mad now. You know, this been going on a couple weeks, and I kind of know who it is. He didn't change a damn thing. Steve, John Walker, how you doing, man? It's going to be a great day today. Man, I was so mad, man. I hang that phone up. 37 days in a row, he called me the exact same way because he was teaching me something. I didn't know it, and every single day I picked the phone up. Yeah. Steve, John Walker, man. Yeah, John, yeah, it's gonna be a great day. Click. Picked up the phone, I said, hello? He said, hey, Steve, it's John Walker. I said, yeah, man. He said, man, can I ask you something? I said, yeah. He said, why do you answer the phone like that? I said, what are you talking about? He said, every time I call, I've called you 37 days in a row, and you keep answering the phone like something wrong. I said, hey man, got laid off. I'm getting unemployment. You know, I ain't got to get up early, man. I said, what's up? He said, I'm really disappointed in you. He said, man, when you gonna change your attitude? I said, ain't nothing wrong with my attitude. He said, yeah, it is. He said, when you wake up in the morning, man, you got a bad attitude, which pretty much explains why you've been having a lot of bad days.
I want to talk to you today because I hope that of all the talks that happen here, you forget about me, but that this changes your life. And I want to remind you of something as I begin today, that you were born to do something great with your life. That you're extraordinary, listen to me, that you're enough, that you're special, that you're favored, that you're chosen, regardless of where you come from, regardless of what you've been carrying with you. Some of you come in here today, and you know what? You've even thought of harming yourselves. Maybe you're even proud of the fact you haven't killed yourself. But every day, some of us are killing ourselves with the shame we carry from something we've done, some humiliation, some fear. We put this gun to our head every day that tells us we're not enough. We're not strong enough, pretty enough, smart enough, favored enough, that we're doomed. And we carry these guns in our head every day that shame us, that take our confidence from us, that steal our joy. It's like a knife. You don't have to kill yourself because you do it every day. You do it over and over and over again, and there's a better way forward. You can put those things down in your life. You could decide today that you were born to do something great. You could set aside this weapon that you keep using against yourself to hold you back from your joy, from your passion, from your achievement, from all the goodies in life. You could decide today, just intentionally, to set this weapon down, whatever it is. Something from your childhood, a divorce, a business failure, something you're just not proud of that you've done. Set it down. Stop using it as a weapon against yourself and realize that happened for you and not to you. I'll prove it to you. I'm a big believer in fake it till you make it. Okay, I teach people how to change things technically, but I believe in this concept of living blissfully dissatisfied, which means there's a way. Most achievers have it backwards. They think, hey, if I enjoy my success, I'm going to lose all my drive. Right? And then other people that aren't successful yet, haven't reached what they want, or they delay their bliss until a destination in the future. Once I get this relationship, once I make that money, once I get that car, once I have that home, then I'll let myself feel bliss. And so I teach you that the concept is you can live blissfully and still be dissatisfied. Your pathway to changing how you feel about yourself, of getting to the next level, is always giving, always giving.
And I'm here to tell you, number one, that most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You don't want it badder than you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep. Some of you love sleep more than you love success. And I'm here to tell you today, if you're going to be successful, you've got to be willing to give up sleep. I don't know how many of y'all got asthma in here today, but if you ever had an asthma attack before, you short of breath, SOB, shortness of breath, you wheezing. The only thing you trying to do is get some air. You don't care about no basketball game. You don't care what's on TV. You don't care about nobody calling you. You don't care about a party. The only thing you care about when you're trying to breathe is to get some fresh air. That's it. And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful, as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.
Asked me on the show, what are 3 truths? And I said the first thing is there's a God. I just want you to know that. So you believe your beliefs. I respect them. I admire them. I have people from every belief center in the world on my program. But I just want to say to you, this is my prism I live my life through. It governs my decision making, and I make mistakes all the time. One of the cool things about being a Christian is I'm saved by the grace of God because I know I'm going to sin. That's one of the cool things about my particular faith. But the point that I want to make, because I sin all the time, I make mistakes all the time. I've already used profanity, I think 4 times in this talk, so I know for sure I've messed some mistakes. But let me tell you how I govern my life. I believe at the end of my life there's an accounting, and I'm going to sit in front of my Lord, and I want him to say, well done, good and faithful servant. But having said that, no matter what your beliefs are, I think that I actually get to meet somebody interesting. Maybe you don't believe in anything faith-based, but I bet you believe there's a recording going on in your life. Someone's paying attention. Someone's going to tell the story of your life. Maybe your great-granddaughter will carry the legacy of your life and what you've done, but someone's paying attention to what you're doing here. You've always had that sense. You've always known your life mattered. You've always known since you were a little girl that there's something special you're supposed to be doing. And that anxiety, that fear you have is maybe you're not.
He already won a Super Bowl. He said, I think I'm going to take a rest. And he rests for how long? 1 second. Most of you won't be successful because when you're studying and you get tired, you quit. And I'm here to tell you today, if you got somebody came in my office the other day crying. I said, look, don't cry to give up, cry to keep going.
I'm here to talk about success. The first rule of success is to have a vision. You see, if you don't have a vision of where you go, and if you don't have a goal where you go, you drift around and you never end up anywhere.
I'm saying to you today that there are some of you, if you give up your cell phone, you would be successful. But your cell phone is more important to you than your success. I'm gonna say it again, I'm gonna hurt somebody. I'm gonna hurt somebody. Some of you need to give up your cell phone because the time you spend on your cell phone could be used for your success. The time you could be using to be successful, you're using it on the cell. And the cell phone is not bringing you nothing but a bill. And somebody has told you you couldn't live without it. I'm talking about going deep now, giving up stuff. Watch what it says. To be able at any moment to sacrifice what we are for what we could be. I don't do well in math. You're right. You ain't never studied. I'm not good in writing because you have never written before. But I dare you to fail in writing for a whole year to see if you can get to the end. I dare you to fail. I dare you to take that same class over and over again. I dare you to stop dropping classes like you saw. Always want to give up. I'm dropping. Why are you dropping? I'm so grateful that the slaves didn't drop and quit. Say, I'm just going to stop. I'm a slave. I'm just going to be a slave. I'm going to quit. Listen to me. The slave said, we will live because one day we will be.
I had a goal. So let me tell you something. Visualizing your goal and going after it makes it fun. You've got to have a purpose no matter what you do in life. You've got to have a purpose. 74% hate their job in America. Now, this is not much different when you come to Europe. The majority of people don't like what they're doing because they're really not doing it because they didn't have a goal and they followed this goal. They just aimlessly drift around and then all of a sudden there's a job opening, so they get their job. So that's rule number one, have a vision. Rule number two is don't listen to the naysayers. Don't listen to the naysayers. Everything I ever did, the thing that I heard out of people's mouth was, that's impossible. That can't be done. Or no. That is exactly what I heard, and of course I proved to the people that it can't be done. So whenever someone said to me, it can't be done, I heard it can be done. When they said no, I heard yes. And when they said it's impossible, I heard it is possible. I'm a strong believer of what Nelson Mandela said, that everything is always impossible until someone does it.
You won't be successful until you say, I don't need that money, because I got it in here. So listen to me. Emmett Smith said this at the end of the commercial. Emmett Smith said, all men are created equal. Some work harder in free season. I'm going to say it again because you might have missed it. All men are created equal. Some work harder in free season. To be able to, listen to me, at any moment, some of you can make sacrifices when Monday Night Football is not on. You can make a sacrifice. But when the game come on, for some reason, you just attached to it. The guy, he said, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.